हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम, नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल और गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं हूं सिद्रा जाफरी और आप देख रहे हैं उठो जागो जियो ऑन साउथ हॉल टीवी पे। हम अपने वीक 5 और एपिसोड 15 में पहुंच चुके हैं। जी हाँ, थर्सडे का दिन है, लव और हीलिंग का दिन है। एंड द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल थिंग इज द फर्स्ट डे ऑफ द 6th मंथ ऑफ द ईयर। कैसे ये वक्त गुजर गया, कितनी जल्दी वक्त गुजर गया, पता ही नहीं चला। इसी वजह से हम आते हैं आपके पास एवरी ट्यूसडे टाइम इन अबंडेंस लेके, ताकि वक्त का हमें एहसास हो और हम अपनी ज़िंदगी में अपने अपने कामों पर उन कामों पर ध्यान दें जो हमें मैटर करते हैं। वेडनेसडे को हम आते हैं ब्यूटी एंड पावर के डे के साथ, और थर्सडे को यानी कि आज हम आते हैं लव और हीलिंग के साथ। हमारी गेस्ट सुरीना हमारे साथ हैं, जो कि हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगी अपना जर्नी ऑफ हाउ लव हील्ड हर एंड हाउ इट कैन हील यू। So welcome Serena to the studio.
Good morning, Sidra. How are you?
I'm very happy, as you can say today.
Yeah.
It's the month of June, and dare I say it's my birthday month.
Yes,
So I'm very, very happy and excited.
Okay.
So tell us how your week has been and what is it that you have in store for us this week?
Well, there's lots of good tips we're going to share because, as you know, Sidra's have been a researcher for the last 12 years. So what we do at the School Awakening, हम वो tips लेकर है ना हम apply करते हैं। हम हमारी जो community होती है, जैसे this week एल आई थी और सलमा भी आई थी, हम ऐसे अपने आप में भी discuss करते रहते हैं कि आपके लिए how it was. So वो results मैं आपको दूंगी आज.
Amazing. Because you know, Serena, it's very, very important to have a share, to have an expression, to have a space where we can share how we truly feel. You know, a lot of times we've been discussing since few weeks कि how depression a lot of times is caused by loneliness. कि आपको लगता है कि कोई हमें आपको समझने वाला नहीं है, कोई आपको देखने वाला नहीं है. So there's a sense of worthlessness develops, and if we don't nip it in the bud by accepting that I'm feeling lonely and looking for help, things doesn't change. So I feel that's where, as you said, the School Awakening, we've been talking about it, the We Care community that we're building, the JV we've got with Southall TV. It's really incredible to see how different people from different parts of the world with different religious backgrounds, with different conditioning and programming come together on one platform at these times.
Well, it's really truly beautiful because you know, like we were talking last week and other weeks, that you know, it's the culture you're born into. In the infinite wisdom, look, sometimes your parents, they give you the best advice because they care about you, but sometimes it's not the best advice for you because you can end up being more unhappy. But they don't mean to do that.
I totally agree with that. Being a parent, that I fall into that category as well, because you do your best with the knowledge you have as a parent, as a person, even as a friend. You know, a lot of times friends mean a lot of well to us as well.
True.
But because their mindset is limited or their experience is limited, तो वो हमें best advice नहीं दे पाते. That's why I feel it's always important to have a professional friend. You know, when I say what do I mean by a professional friend, somebody who knows what they're talking about, somebody who knows how it feels to be in that area and can support you in a constructive way.
Very true. Because you're asking how my week went, and we were going to wait a little bit, but I think we've opened the topic up nicely. So yesterday, my week has been very good. I have good times, but then I have days where I can't stop crying. Where the day's going good, I've had a good cry, I'm happy, I'm doing what I need to do, then I start crying again. And I never used to cry as a child too much. I just know I was very good, very strong, very like I could be a poker face. But what happened, I think, come maybe when I got to my 30s, I can't stop it. So is it a belief that sometimes our parents say to us, are you okay, or they worry too much, or you don't want them to worry? And if you tell people, or I was that type, you know, I didn't want people to know I was a very proud person.
You were?
Yes. So
I love it.
Yes. So basically, so what the point we're making is that because I think it's not easy. Basically, that's why to that's why we have the courage here. हम हिम्मत करके जो भी बातें हुई है हम ये इसीलिए करते हैं क्योंकि हम आपकी मदद भी कर सके क्योंकि कभी कभी ऐसे भी होता है कि हमें सोल्यूशन मिल जाता है हम खुश हो जाते हैं पर हम शेयर नहीं करते क्योंकि हमारे कल्चर में बहुत ये है किसी को बताना नहीं करना नहीं वो क्या सोचेगा आपकी शादी नहीं होगी if they know that you got this problem.
Wow, I want to take that point, you know, when you said that, oh, you won't get married because you have these issues. And it's so fascinating, Serena, to watch girls, you know, I'm from that sector as well, if I can use that expression, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, some level Sri Lanka as well. When girls are born, they're almost like we are being trained to be wives, to be mothers, to be daughter-in-laws, to be sister-in-laws, and a lot of times we miss being trained to be ourselves. You know, which comes back from your point when you said that, you know, there are days when I can't stop crying. And is it okay to cry? Is it okay to have those days where you are crying uncontrollably? You know, and I say, yeah, why not? Because look, tears are what? In my book, you know, The Awakening, we talk about one of the principles is everything is energy.
Yes.
And energy is flowing consistently, but you have an emotion. Let's say energy is what? Emotion is what? Energy in motion. And then you have an experience with somebody. They might disappoint you, let's say. They might not meet your expectations. And the energy is now, that was flowing before, is now stopped. Because the reaction that you were looking for, you didn't get. Do you understand? And that creates a void. Now, depending on the person's consciousness, what you fill that void with. A lot of times we fill that void with lack of love. You know, they don't respect me, or they don't appreciate me, or they don't know who I am, and that causes the tears to roll out because it's an ab reaction, because that energy that's now stuck in your body needs to come out a certain way. And a lot of times it comes out, it's called an ab reaction. So there are two types of ab reactions. One, it comes out as tears when you can't stop crying. And that's a great thing, guys, because you know that all that stagnated energy, it's coming out. So there's two types of tears as well. You know, crocodile tears, you heard that consistently, you're consistently crying and nothing is changing. But the type of tears I'm talking about is when you have the intention of releasing that energy. That's a great cry. And the second type of ab reaction is laughing. You know, a lot of people uncontrollably laugh with nerves. So it's not, a lot of times it's not the laughter as a I'm happy about it, it's the laughter is I need to release this energy and I don't know how to do it. So that's very, very important to understand that when you are expressing, which point of view you're expressing from.
ये बहुत अच्छा point है क्योंकि ऐसे भी होता है कि if you start crying, they say, oh, what's happened to her? Is everything okay? And I used to not show my emotions because I used to think my mum's got enough pressure on her head, so you know we won't, you know, whatever. But what's happened? You know, I feel like saying call it a curse on when you haven't got any knowledge. You think, God, what's wrong with me? Am I okay? So I think this is very important because you're explaining how it can be healing and other people could start worrying about this situation.
Exactly. And you know, I want to continue with the point. दो चीजें आपने कही. एक तो आपने कहा कि आप uncontrollably cry करते हैं. Is it okay? And I say yes. And secondly, when we're talking about it, how crying is a conditioned way of being. ये depend करता है आपके parents emotionally कितने open हैं, आपका environment कितना open है. In some households, crying is okay. Like for example, in my household, you know, my mom was okay expressing, but my dad was not okay. So even to the point that even if he saw us crying, he would say, "एक हाथ मारूंगा, चुप हो जाओ." And that's not just my household. If you expand, it's most of the men are not supposed to be weak, and crying makes you weak. So it's their kind of, and when I look back, I think what the parents are saying, हमें कहने चुप हो जाओ, रो नहीं. What they're saying is be brave.
Yes.
be courageous, but the way they're saying it makes us repress our emotions. So guys, it's very very important, if your parents, if you are one of those people कि आपसे express नहीं हो पाता and you're unable to cry because when you were younger you were told not to cry, I feel it's not because they didn't want you to cry or release, it's because they wanted you to be brave. So they, in their mind, crying equals weakness. They didn't want us to be weak. And I say it's the intention. When you accept the intention, you can forgive the behavior and really own your expression right here, right now, which means that you can give us a ring at 028-707-3227 during this show, where we can have a real conversation with you about love and healing and see how we can serve you in healing your body and healing your life. So Serena, tell me, what's your favorite body part of yours? Put you on the spot.
I think I have many. So, I quite like my nose.
Is it a joke? Because I don't like my nose.
It's about me. So
good.
My
Continue.
sharp features. I like it when I'm slim.
Okay, it's so interesting because I said what body part you like, and you only mentioned face. Yes. And this is very important point, guys. Look, Serena is the brave and courageous one who has decided to come here and rip everything that doesn't allow her to love herself and love her body. And through together these conversations, we are facilitating you to see and bring awareness to your language. The reason why I pick her out on, look, the difference between body and face is because so many of us don't answer the question we were asked, and let alone answering the question, we don't even ask the quality question from the universe, which is why it's imperative that you read this amazing book. And thank you, Serena, for bringing this book in today. This is one of my favorite books, not because it's written by me, but it's found me. I believe awakening finds you, and awakening has found you as well through this program. So make sure that you read that book, because one of the principles that we're discussing is asking quality question. So I'm going to pick up the point is, what is your favorite body part? And I'm not just asking her this question, I'm asking you this question, that what is your favorite body part? Because a lot of times when we are working on, last week we talked about ECBM.
Yes.
Energetic conscious body makeover, and a lot of times when we are starting to work on our body, we focus on the things we don't want. We focus on the things we want to release, and a lot of times that takes us a lot longer to get the body we want, because you can't have what you want until you accept what you have. And that's what's really, really important in our journey of love and healing, is saying, okay, what is my favorite body part? And then you focus on that favorite body part and say, thank you so much. For example, legs or arms or chest or whatever it is that you feel grateful for about your body, you start the appreciation just from that part of the body. And then slowly and gradually you start expanding that.
Amazing.
What do you think?
Well, I've been applying some of that in the ECBM. We had a Ayub call in this last week, didn't he? So I wanted to give the example of, because ये जो program है, energetic conscious body makeover, it's एक platform बनाया है कि हम time दे सकते हैं अपने आप को देखने के लिए कि क्या हो रहा है. और जैसे हमने लास्ट वीक भी कहा था कि 4 बॉडीज़ होते हैं, क्योंकि कभी कभी हम फोकस कर लेते हैं एक्सरसाइज पे, बॉडी पे और खाने पे फोकस कर लेते हैं, और वो जो रिजल्ट्स हम चाहते हैं वो नहीं मिलते.
बिल्कुल.
सो ऐसे भी होता है कि जो दिल में बातें चल रही, वो आप कहेंगे इमोशंस होते हैं.
बिल्कुल.
सो वो इमोशंस को भी डील करना होता है, क्योंकि रब ने ये इमोशंस दी है, ये सब दिया है
एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए.
Yes.
So what I want to say that thank you so much Serena for bringing that कि हम 4 bodies पे बात करें. तो जहाँ पे हमने यहाँ पे बात की है कि what is your favorite body part, that will be the emotional thing, and then you go into the mind, self talk, कि आप अपनी body के बारे में what are you consistently thinking about your body. That's your second question, guys. I asked you the first question. Thank you for responding on the comments where you're watching this, that what is your favorite body part, and the second one is, what is the most consistent line you say about your body? oh, my body's fat, oh, my body's beautiful, oh, my, what is it that you consistently, you hear yourself think about your body? Because these are those little clues, you know, the sub undercurrent. Just Salma ne the other day, she put me on the spot and she asked me, Sidra, what is conscious and subconscious mind in Urdu? And the beauty of the subconscious mind is, Serena, and I want to say this point, that was last week Tuesday or a week before. I didn't even know it. My mind consistently working, and only last night I woke up with the thought, oh, shaur la shaur. So
Wow.
conscious in Urdu is shaur and subconscious is la shaur. And what we are discussing here for energetic conscious body makeover is looking into your subconscious programming, subconscious thought form. एक तो shaur है, things that you know of, things that you are aware of consciously. जैसे आपने कहा, diet, exercise, food, image, makeup, beauty. There's something that you consciously make an effort to create that life. And then there are subconscious programs, beliefs, emotions, decisions. I believe that a lot of times they overtake our conscious efforts, which is why so many of us are struggling. Okay, we all know what we should be doing, what we should be thinking, what we should be feeling, yet we have no control over what we are thinking and what we are feeling.
ये मेरे साथ हुआ था, as you know, because perceptively I was very strong lady and in control. But when these things happen to you, and you're like, sometimes I have this shaking issue, which I'm not very happy to share with people, but it's because it was leaving me in a sense of powerlessness, and it was making me feel that, oh God, something's wrong with me. So what I'm saying is that yes, we focus on what we know, what society, what media is telling us, but then you're overtaken by these issues, and sometimes in your culture or your environment you haven't got experience or resources, because we found that a lot of people, God bless them, they're focusing on the problem a lot. No one's giving them a solution. Or I've got nothing against medication, because in my life and other people's life it's helped them, but sometimes you don't want to keep taking the medicines. And
Serena,
Yes,
thank you for saying
please.
this, because again, I'm all for anything that helps and support
Yes.
people. And sometimes we do need physical medication, we do need surgeries, we do need medical support, doctors who know more about our body than ourselves sometimes,
Yes.
which is okay. And at the same time, I feel that, look, everything has its place. Just
Yes.
like we don't have one body, we don't have one solution. And what my feeling is, a lot of times we can have so many issues, there's only one solution: tablet. There's only one solution: go and have this. And I'm saying the unseen issues can be solved by unseen solutions. The seen issues, if I cut my hand, it's bleeding, I need a surgery. If my bone is broken, I need a surgery to fix it. But if I'm feeling anxiety, if I'm feeling fear, because it's an unseen problem, it's an emotional, the problem that's caused by an unseen can be solved by unseen, is what I'm saying. So emotional issues, fear and anxiety are caused by words. If you look at our conversations here, then when we talk about our past, our childhood, how people, all of that is actually one thing. This is how the other person made me feel, by their words, by their beingness, by their tone, and whatever we think they made us feel, we respond and react to that. What do you think?
Absolutely.
And how would life be, Serena, and how would life be, guys, if you have enough awareness to see where the point of creation of your problem is coming from? Previously, if you're bored, you'll go for food. If you're sad, you'll go for food. This time, before you even touch that food, you stop and you ask yourself this question: where is this coming from? What's the trigger here? And that will lead us to an amazing discovery of our childhood decisions, or maybe a conditioned response that we learned way before and we have forgotten all about it.
It's a beautiful thing. At the time you don't think it's beautiful, but it's because it's because the thing is, the problem is individual to you, because of what you decided, what you were born into, what your parents told you. So if you're lucky, you get an opportunity. I say, that emotion or that feeling, I know at the time you don't like it, but it's a gift.
It is.
Because what was I think it was this week. So I was like, okay, I'm feeling this way. So I went on to the School of Awakening, the meditation. So I said, oh, okay. Like Bavel posted one, and it, really sort of calmed me down, and then I was able to go and do my work again.
I love it.
So I think it's nice to share with people that there's other resources available.
That they can go. Brilliant. Thank you so much for watching us. If you've joined us just now, you are watching week 5 and episode 15 of UTHO JAGO JEEYO. We're talking about love and healing, and we're about to go on a short break that will give you time to answer and ponder the thoughts that we have been discussing. You're more than happy. You're more than welcome to share it on Twitter, on social media. You can join us on our group UTHO JAGO JEEYO and share what is it that you like. Engage in this conversation. You can give us a ring on 028-707-3227, and I'll see you shortly after the break.
Hilarious.
Wonderful.
She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Chocoholic.
Compassionate. Always busy.
Fun, such good fun.
Loving.
Beautiful smile.
Funny, always funny.
Stubborn.
So embarrassing.
A very special person.
Selfless. Strong.
Tired.
Always bloated.
So tired.
Struggled to eat.
She always used to be full up.
She just often said, I don't feel right.
I wish I'd known.
I miss her. She's coming home today.
Ovarian Cancer Action has created the first dedicated scientific research centre in the UK, determined to find a cure.
With your help, all your sisters, daughters, grandmothers, wives and mums can keep on doing what only they do best.
Ovarian cancer, those words still haunt me. So please, help Ovarian Cancer Action continue their life-saving research so that others like me have a fighting chance.
To make a difference to families like these, we need your help now. Whether you want to help us by sharing the symptoms with other women, raising funds for our research and awareness work, or volunteering your time, working together, we can save lives.
Awakening is an event that allows people to see the real reason why they're experiencing challenges on a day-to-day basis. My favorite part of the awakening is when people realize how much their destiny is in their hands. Awakening is a platform where you come and connect with people and understand how you might not be alone going through the family issue or the work issue or the relationship challenge. And by connecting with real people, having a real conversation, we can really create real change.
decision creates destiny.
Hello and welcome back to second half of the show. If you've joined us just now, you are watching Sidra Jafri on UTHO, JAGO, JEEYO in our week 5 and episode 15, where we have our wonderful guest Surina, जिनके साथ हम बहुत सच्ची और बहुत अच्छी बातें कर रहे हैं. Surina and I were discussing during the break that how rare it is to find something so authentic publicly. You know, we are here talking, pouring our hearts out and telling you how it is exactly and what it takes to heal your life. It takes courage, you know, it takes the decision that no matter what happens, I'm going to blast through this. So let's not wait and blast through whatever it is that's costing us our destiny. So welcome, Serena, back.
Yes.
So tell us.
Hanji. Well, so I think, shall we elaborate on those real points?
I think so.
So you're saying that sometimes, you know, it is because affecting our destinies, affecting how we can be with people. So what do you think?
You know what I think, and I feel that this would be important for everybody who wants to have a great relationship with people. You know, because love and healing की जब हम बात करें, body पे बात करें, जो ECBM हमारा course है, just to give you a little bit info on those of you who've joined us for the very first time, we have been discussing every week. There's a program from School Awakening. It's called Energetic Conscious Body Makeover Program. It's a 12-week online home study course where each week you receive a video and audio. We go through a part, you know how we were discussing there are 4 bodies, your mental body, emotional body, spiritual body and physical body. So हर हफ्ते हम आपकी एक body को cover करते हैं और उसमें से blast through limiting belief, destructive behavior, patterns, emotions जो हमें stop करते हैं from being our confident self, from being our somebody who loves their body. So what I'm saying is that as a part of ECBM, yes, it's about us and our bodies, and it's also about how we relate our bodies or ourselves with other people. And a lot of times, Rina, what I've seen in relationship a lot of times is कि जो दो लोगों की relationship होती है ना, चाहे वो कोई भी हो, चाहे वो parents हों, चाहे वो sisters हों, चाहे वो siblings हो, a lot of times the relationship is not how it is. The relationship is how one person sees the other and the other person sees the one person, and a lot of time it's a mismatch because how I see you might be completely different to what I think you see me as, you know, kind of self-image. So what I'm saying to you all, that it's important to have a healthy self-image for ourselves, but it's even more important to have a healthy self-image for the other person. क्योंकि बहुत दफ़ा ऐसा होता है कि हमें मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग, मिसकम्युनिकेशन हो जाती है अगले बंदे पर, एंड हम अस्यूम करते हैं दिस इज़ व्हाट दे मेंट, एंड दैट messes with our psyche. है ना कि हम कॉन्वर्सेशन नहीं करते, हम कम्युनिकेशन नहीं करते टू क्लैरिफाई, टू से hey, what does this mean, what does this mean, and a lot of times I feel it only takes a conversation to dissolve all the drama, all the stuff that could have been happening because we didn't dare to ask, hey, what does that mean? What do you think?
It's a very good question. But sometimes if you're the one that's has difficulty with that, and how could you, like, I have a couple of parameters with what I...
One second, we have a caller. Hello to JAGO, JEEYO.
Hello, my name is Sheila.
Hello.
Hi, I was just wondering कि जब आप डिप्रेशन से जा रहे होते हैं और आप अपने सेल्फ इमेज को मेंटेन नहीं कर सकते, तो आप कैसे उसको वापस अपने आप को उस पे ला सकते हैं कि उन थॉट से निकल के आप कैसे वापस अपने सेल्फ इमेज को गेन कर सकते हैं?
I love that question, Sheila, because it's so appropriate for most of us कि हम उस फेज से जा रहे हैं तो हमारी अपनी सेल्फ इमेज हेल्थी नहीं है. यहाँ पर इम्पॉर्टेंट बात है आपकी कम्युनिटी की, आपकी फ्रेंड्स की, आपके सर्कल की, कि बहुत दफ़ा ऐसा होता है कि हम अपने आप पे बिलीव नहीं कर पाते, हम अपने आप से प्यार नहीं कर पाते. उस वक्त वो लोग काम आते हैं जो हम हमसे उस वक्त प्यार करें जब हम खुद भी प्यार के काबिल नहीं हैं. So I feel at that time it's important to engage in the people who love you. If you have children, I find children the most amazing boost of self-esteem or self-image. You know, I feel
I would like to ask Serena if she has ever experienced that, and if she has, how did she come out of this?
I love that. Go on, Serena.
So the question was how self-image. Could you repeat the question? Sorry.
जब आप hard time से गुजर रहे होते हैं और आप self image को lose कर देते हैं, then how do you come back to it?
Well, it's interesting you say that मैं English में जवाब दूँगी कि what happened was that I was lucky enough to meet my professional friend Sidra, where we were able to go through these things. And what happened was, it was because they were loving me and being understanding that this is going on with me, that I was able to go through it. But then what we've done is, like, I've used the tools from this book, which has really helped me. And what's happened as well is now we're on the energetic conscious body maker. It's giving me a lot of hope, because now I can understand my bodies, where I did let my self-image go because I wasn't happy. But now I'm able to, whether it's my mental body, whether it's my emotional body, or physical or emotional, I apply different tools, and that's what's giving me hope to come out of these things.
I love it. Thank you so much, Serena, for demonstrating the point that I was just saying to our caller, who just randomly left. That's okay. Our caller, and saying that when you're going through this self-image challenge, depression, the worst thing you can do is keep it to yourself. You know, no matter what horrible thoughts you are having about yourself, no matter what is going on with you, please air it, to clear it. Please express it, because a lot of times these unprocessed, unexpressed emotions, बहुत दफ़ा ऐसा होता है कि चीज़ें हमारे दिमाग में चल रही होती हैं तो वो बहुत बड़ी लगती हैं. You know, they're in our heads, they look really, really big. When you put them outside of you, you can actually have a perspective on it. You know, you can actually see that the thing that you've been going on in your head might not be as big outside of you. So it's really, really important. Communication is the essence of life. So make sure that you express, you communicate. No thought is horrible enough for somebody else not to care about it. You know, no matter how horrible your thoughts are, pick a person, pick a paper, pick a space where you feel safe enough, where you feel comfortable enough to express your deepest, darkest thoughts, because the second you air it, you have an opportunity to clear it from you. Until and unless you don't air it, it will linger on and will come up as sabotage. It will come as isolation, and most of the time, it comes up in interference between our relationship. कि अगर मेरे दिमाग में, if my head is working of, let's say, a self-harming thought or self-destructive thought about my confidence, and I'm having this conversation with you, no matter how hard I try to be comfortable, there will still be that lingering on, oh, I wonder what she thinks of me. Oh, she looked at me like that, she must be judging me. Do you understand? And these are those little thoughts. इसको हम School Awakening में, one of my favorite days is the day when we are discussing on Sundays, you know, it's the conscious upgrade chat, जहाँ पे हम, by the way, if you are interested in School Awakening is our space where people like you, like-minded people, come together 5 days a week online, where we engage in consciousness. तो Sunday को हमारा जो conscious upgrade होता है 7:30 to 9 पे, वहाँ पे हम इसको address करते हैं inner voices, कि कौन सी वो inner voices हैं जो कि आपको चैन नहीं लेने देती. Those self-destructive behaviors. So once you learn to harmonize your inner voices, I feel your journey of loving your body and loving yourself becomes a lot more easier.
Absolutely, क्योंकि ये everyday का commitment है. क्योंकि आपको पता होता है कि ये ख्याल ये true नहीं है, ये अच्छे नहीं है, but it's like, I have to say from my own experience, it is like a disease where you don't want to feel those things, you don't want to think those thoughts, and you're in your own hell, you're in your own things. So that's why it's very important, because that's the time that you feel very alone and isolated and you want to do stupid things. But that's the time where you basically you know, you keep going. You really keep going, and you know, whatever it is, whether you're praying, whether you're doing a meditation, or as Sidra says, you're journaling, And also it's very important who you're talking to. Because when you're already feeling weak and vulnerable, you have to be very careful of who you talk to. Why? Because it's not their fault. Sometimes they don't understand you and they can end up giving you the wrong advice, which makes you feel more worse. So you have to really sort of pick your professional friends that you can talk to about this.
I love that. Talking about professional friends, if somebody who wants to know more about life, who wants to know more about body, and wants to understand a new concept upon which you can base your life, then you are in luck, because on the 17th of June in Grain City, we are having a full day immersing in the world of awakening, where we aim to awaken our senses to see why certain things are happening and how we can pick up our patterns, our behaviors, to even accurately predict our events. You know, a lot of times, Serena, history repeats itself when we are not willing to learn from it. And the day awakening is all about learning from the history of the past to solve the mystery of the future. You know, you might have tried to gain your ideal weight for years. You might have tried to have that confidence, have that relationship, have that money that you want, but somewhere, some along the line, it doesn't happen. And on that day, you will discover how your self-limiting beliefs or your self-defeating thoughts can actually be the cause of your challenges in your life. So I really encourage you and invite you. There must be a link there down on this show. So make sure you click on that link and register to come to the awakening, because seats are actually not limited by space. So make sure you join us and immerse with like-minded people. Because Serena, we were talking about community. You know how important it is to engage and immerse in the people who share a reality, who share a point of view. Because so many times we feel isolated, we feel lonely, because we don't feel people share the same view of life as we do.
Very true.
So we think that we are alone in that view, and this loneliness that kills. You know, when a lot of times people say money is the root cause of all evil, I say no, not money. Loneliness is the root cause of all evil, because if you look around, I've observed, believe it or not, about 180,000 behaviors in the last 12 years between relationships. And what I've realized, a lot of times where couple argue, where parents fall out, or where the in-laws or mother-in-law or colleagues, whatever it's happening, it's a feeling in that party that feels, you don't hear me, you don't listen to me, I don't feel respected, I don't feel appreciated. Like the second they feel that the point of view is not shared, there's a split. And that's where the problems happen. And I'm saying to you is, when you learn to communicate your point of view in such a way that it matches the other person's point of view, you can always have a bridge of care between people. And communication is the way where you can blast any kind of disruptions and conflicts in your life. So if you're interested in learning how to communicate your heart's desire in such a way that it's landed, understood by other people, then come and join the awakening, where you will meet hundreds of people who are on the same journey, sharing the same point of view and wanting to create the same world, which is based on love, power, abundance, and purpose. What do you think about that type of love? Can you imagine living in a world, Serena, where people actually matter more than things?
I can believe in it, and it's something that we're creating. And it's you know, there's just so many facets to it when you think about it, because not only are you getting a community where you get to feel okay, that it's okay to follow your heart and you have the courage to follow your heart, but you can also get the support in any challenges you're having, and then you also get to build that community. And then you also are getting the support in, unfortunately, when there's things happening to our loved ones, whether you know, they're going through some. I think we've got another call over.
We have. Hello to JAGO JEEYO.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is Mukesh.
Hello, Mukesh.
Hi there. No, I was just listening to you talking about the awakening. I wanted to share that the last awakening I went to, I connected with so many like-minded people. And I have to admit, that particular week I was feeling quite alone and isolated, but coming to that place, I saw so many people sharing similar values, and I was able to connect with so many people and learn so much. It was like a common sharing kind of knowledge. Unbelievable.
I love that, Mukesh, and thank you so much for calling in and validating what we're saying, because it's so important, especially because I know that you have been on this journey and you're a very important part of School Awakening as a researcher. You're helping us forming all of this. So I want to say that isn't it beautiful to actually find love and care in complete strangers? You know, especially when when we're going through our tough time, when especially people like us who might have our parents, our relatives outside of this country, where we are more likely to feel lonely because our genetics heritage is not here. I feel that's where School Awakening is unique special point is that it doesn't matter where you've come from. It doesn't matter who you have been. It matters who you are showing up as. So thank you for showing up as a great ambassador of the Awakening.
Thank you. It's just a great place to connect and actually bond with people. Thank you so much. It'll be a wonderful event. Looking forward to the 17th.
Same here. Thank you so much, Mukesh.
Yes.
Wow, isn't that beautiful to actually have people really living the values that we are envisioning? Because, you know, I always hear people saying, oh, I wish the world was more kinder. I wish there were more loving people in this world. I wish people were more forgiving. And I say, you know, in order for us to have a world where there's kindness, there's love, there's care, there has to be people who create that world.
Absolutely.
You know, there has to be somebody who said, no more righteousness, forgiveness is the way to freedom. No more possessing over things. You know, it's people that matter the most. A lot of times we have started valuing the things instead of valuing the people who use that things. You know, tools are made to be used and people are made to be loved. And we've confused the two. We use people, we think people are made to be used and things are made to be loved. And I say, no, it's people who are born to love each other, and things are created to support that love for each other.
I totally agree, because I think for me and a lot of people, you really feel that in your heart, but you don't have like-minded people, because especially when other people don't understand and they say, what's wrong with you? Why don't you just get married? Why don't you just get a 3-bedroom house? Or,
as if marriage will solve all their issues.
Or it's a license to open your mouth.
Yeah, true.
So you know, so it's okay, but we're just grateful that we were able to all meet each other. And I think the difference is, like you said, that we're actually creating a world where we actually can understand what that person's going through, and we're willing to put ourselves on this platform and confidently, vulnerably share what we're going through, so that it gives you the courage to say, actually, I am going through that, actually I would like the support, and actually my life isn't working for me. So if that is you, we do urge you to join us, because you know what we're doing is, like we said, we're having that support, we're having that care, and we're creating something that we want to do. Because like in my case, you know, when I met Sidra, I used to come from a media background, and I said I wanted to interview Sidra, and would you believe it, 6 years later she's interviewing me.
Wow, can we have a clap on that? That is so beautiful, Serena, because you just proved the point of perseverance. You know, great destiny doesn't happen by chance. It happens by taking consistent action towards that vision and not faltering from it. So it took us 6 years to be in this space, but we got there.
We did, and the truth is, it is perseverance, it's persistence, people believing in you, people loving you, but the difference is we're supporting each other in their dream career. And because the truth of the matter was, we didn't want to do it on our own, we wanted to do it together. You know, because as we said, that sometimes you're chasing your dream, but then you're just alone. You've done everything, but for what and for who if you haven't got anyone to share it with?
You know, they say if you wanna go the highest, go on your own. But if you wanna go the farthest, go with a team. because a lot of times it's a team. And I want to emphasize that point. It's not that we couldn't do it on our own. Maybe we could have. Who knows? If it's in our destiny, we could have. But the journey is much more fulfilling when it's shared with people that you care for, shared with people that you love, and I feel team. Together everyone achieves miracles, and that's my fundamental belief, that my life is a dream because I have an amazing team. And team is people at home, people at work, your colleagues, your client, your suppliers. They are all part of our team. And I feel one of the biggest drawbacks and one of the biggest flaws of this world is that is me versus the other person. If you're selling somebody, it's me versus the client. How much money can I make from you? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? And I feel that's what causes loneliness as well. If you ask me, Sidra, what causes loneliness? Apart from ignorance, I say what causes loneliness is self-importance. Self-putting your thinking about yourself first at all times. And I feel that somebody has to stop thinking of me and start thinking of we. This all we world started last year. If you remember last year, if you go on social media and you check our Facebook on Sidra Jafri, you will see how this whole, now today, UTHO JAGO JEEYO here with an amazing joint venture with Southall TV is not an overnight thing. It took me about 12 years to be here, and it took us, our team of over 144 people in different parts of the world who all come together under School Awakening. It took us over 18 months to really get the foundation going. So what I would like to suggest and say to all those of dreamers, all of those you who are dreamers, researchers, who have a vision, who dream of something bigger than life, I would say never leave everything, never leave learning, and never leave hope, because it's your ability to learn about yourself creates how much you can earn a life that you truly deserve. On that note, our time has just run out, so thank you, Serena, for being here. I'd love to catch up with you next week to continue with our journey. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching the 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Catch our replays on Southall TV, and also please join us on UTHO JAGO JEEYO, where we can connect with you throughout the week. You can send us any questions. If you have any questions, make sure you post them. Make sure you post the results. Like today, I post 2 questions to you, which is what is your favorite body part, and what is your consistent thought that radiates about your body. So respond to those 2 questions, and next week Serena and I will come back with an amazing process and tool to let you know how you can shift that. In the meantime, stay connected, stay caring, and stay watching UTHO JAGO JEEYO. Sidra Jafri signing off for now.